At its core lies a sacred syllable, Om. But what is Om, and why is it revered as a key to unlocking the secrets of reality? In this exploration, we'll dive into the Mandukya Upanishad, unraveling the mystique of Om and discovering how this ancient scripture offers timeless insights into the nature of existence and consciousness. So, let's begin with the fundamental question: what is Om? Let's take part in this discussion with Kushal so that we may learn what the real meaning of Om is, and we'll share the immense knowledge that we have. Chapter 1: The Nature of Reality. Welcome to this forum, Kushal.
Thank you for the opportunity, Meera.
So, Kushal, have you ever found yourself questioning the very nature of reality, wondering what lies beyond the apparent world we perceive?
Indeed, Meera, delving into the fundamental nature of reality is a quest that has intrigued humanity for ages. In Hindu philosophy, the Mandukya Upanishad beckons us to explore this profound mystery through the symbolic representation of Om.
Om? That's intriguing. Could you elaborate on how this sacred syllable symbolizes reality?
Absolutely. Om is a sacred syllable that encapsulates the essence of reality and consciousness. It's often referred to as the primordial sound, representing the ultimate reality or Brahma. The Upanishad breaks it down into four parts: A, U, M, and the subsequent silence.
What do these parts, A, U, M, and the silence signify?
Great question. Each part represents a state of consciousness. A signifies the waking state, where our consciousness is engaged with the external world. It's the realm of sensory experiences, actions, and interactions with the material world.
So, it's the state where we are fully aware of our surroundings and engaged in worldly activities?
Precisely. Now, moving on to U, this represents the dream state. It's the domain of our internal experiences, thoughts, and emotions. In this state, the mind is active, generating a reality of its own, a world of dreams and imagination.
So, you symbolize the realm of dreams and the mind's activities?
Yes, that's correct. Now, let's discuss M. This represents the deep sleep state, a state of utter rest and no specific dreams. It signifies a state of potentiality and latency, where the mind and ego are at rest.
So, it's a state of quietude and potential, free from the activities of the waking and dream states.
Exactly. Finally, there's the silence that follows M, known as Turiya. It represents the fourth state, transcending the other three. It's a state of pure consciousness, beyond the grasp of ordinary understanding, a state of eternal peace and unity.
So, Turiya is the ultimate state of consciousness, beyond the waking, dream, and deep sleep states?
That's precisely it. It's the unchanging, eternal reality that underpins and transcends all other states. Just as silence follows sound, Turiya follows the syllables A, U, and M, indicating a state of supreme consciousness.
This breakdown of Om and its representation of consciousness is fascinating. It's like a journey through the layers of our own awareness.
Absolutely. The Mandukya Upanishad invites us to reflect on these states of consciousness, encouraging us to recognize that reality is multifaceted and interconnected. It's an invitation to explore the depths of our own being and understand the fundamental nature of existence.
This exploration feels like a powerful tool for self-discovery and understanding our place in the grand scheme of things.
Indeed, that's one of the Upanishad's profound gifts. By understanding the nature of reality and our consciousness, we gain insights that can profoundly impact how we perceive and interact with the world.
Chapter 2: The Unity of Om. In our previous discussion, we learned about the four states of consciousness represented by A, U, M, and Turiya. How do these states relate to one another?
Excellent question. The Mandukya Upanishad teaches us that these states are not isolated or separate, rather, they are intimately interconnected, just as the syllables A, U, and M in Om are.
Could you provide an example to illustrate this interconnectedness?
Certainly. Think of these states as different facets of a single jewel. Just as you cannot have one facet of a jewel without the others, these states of consciousness are inseparable. Let me break it down. The waking state, A cannot exist without the potential for dreams U. It's as if U is the fertile ground on which A grows. Dreams U are grounded in the reality of the waking state A. The experiences and impressions from our waking state influence our dreams. Deep sleep M is the source from which both the waking state A and the dream state U arise. It's the deep reservoir from which our consciousness emerges. Turiya, the fourth state, represents a state beyond the other three. It's like the jewel core, the unchanging essence that underlies and transcends the other states.
So, it's as if each state is not only dependent on the others but also interconnected in a way that they form a holistic whole?
Precisely. Just as a tree cannot exist without its roots, these states of consciousness cannot exist without their interdependence on one another. This interconnectedness hints at a profound unity within our consciousness.
This interconnectedness between the states of consciousness and the syllables A, U, M, and Turiya is a beautiful analogy. It makes me realize that our experiences are not isolated but part of a larger, unified whole.
Indeed, understanding this interconnectedness can lead to a deeper appreciation of the richness and complexity of our inner world. It also suggests that there is a higher, unifying consciousness that transcends the individual states.
Can you elaborate on the practical implications of recognizing this unity within our consciousness?
Certainly, recognizing this unity can be liberating. It helps us understand that, just as our individual experiences are interconnected, we are interconnected with others and the world around us. This awareness can foster empathy and compassion, as we realize that the joy and suffering of others are connected to our own.
So, it's a path to fostering deeper connections with others and the world.
Yes, exactly. It can lead to a greater sense of belonging and interconnectedness, which can be incredibly fulfilling. It also encourages us to approach life with a sense of balance and harmony.
This interconnected perspective on consciousness seems like a valuable insight for navigating the complexities of modern life.
Absolutely. It reminds us that, while we each have our individual experiences and challenges, we are all part of a larger tapestry of existence. Recognizing this unity can bring about a sense of purpose and interconnectedness that enriches our lives.
Chapter 3: The Silence of Turiya. We've journeyed through the waking, dream, and deep sleep states, as well as their interconnectedness. Now, I'm curious about the significance of the silence that follows M in Om.
Great curiosity. The silence that follows M is a crucial aspect of the Mandukya Upanishad's teachings. It represents the state known as Turiya. To understand this, think of it as the serene calmness within us, transcending the noise of the external world.
So, Turiya is not just another state of consciousness but something beyond the states we've explored so far?
Precisely. Turiya is often described as the fourth state of consciousness because it's beyond the three states we've discussed: waking, dream, and deep sleep. It's a state of pure consciousness, often symbolized by profound silence.
That sounds fascinating. How can we relate to this state of pure consciousness in our everyday lives?
A practical way to relate to Turiya is to think of it as the moments of deep stillness and inner peace you might have experienced in meditation or during a peaceful walk in nature. It's that calm center within us that transcends the chatter of the mind and the distractions of the world.
So, it's like tapping into a reservoir of inner peace amidst the chaos of life?
Exactly. And cultivating an awareness of this inner stillness can be immensely beneficial. It allows us to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater equanimity and resilience.
Can you provide an example of how recognizing and tapping into this inner silence can be helpful?
Certainly. Imagine you are in a high-stress situation, a demanding work deadline, or a challenging personal circumstance. In that moment, if you can connect with the silence within, it becomes a source of strength and clarity. You are better equipped to make decisions from a place of inner peace, rather than reacting impulsively.
So, it's a tool for staying grounded and making more thoughtful choices in the midst of life's challenges.
Precisely. It's a tool for maintaining composure and making conscious choices, rather than being driven solely by external circumstances or the chatter of the mind.
This concept of Turiya and the associated silence seems like a powerful way to enhance our mental and emotional well-being.
Absolutely. It's a profound reminder that beyond the constant activity of our thoughts and the external noise, there is a reservoir of peace and clarity within us. Accessing that inner silence can bring about a sense of balance and tranquility.
I'm intrigued by the idea of incorporating this awareness of inner silence into my daily life. How can one go about doing that?
A practical way is to establish a regular meditation practice. Meditation allows you to connect with the stillness within and cultivate mindfulness. Additionally, practicing mindfulness in everyday activities, like deep breathing exercises or simply being fully present in the moment, can help foster this awareness of inner silence.
Chapter 4: Beyond the Self. In our previous discussions, we've journeyed through the states of consciousness and the concept of Turiya. Now, I'm curious about the concept of the self, Atma, and its relationship to the universe, Brahma.
Excellent curiosity. The Mandukya Upanishad takes us on a profound exploration of the self, Atma, and reveals that it is not separate from the ultimate reality, Brahma. Instead, they are fundamentally one and the same.
That's a striking revelation. Could you elaborate on how the Upanishad presents this concept?
Certainly. The Upanishad teaches that the individual self, Atma, is not limited to our physical body or the boundaries of our mind. Instead, it is an eternal, unchanging essence that is part of the larger cosmic consciousness, Brahma.
So, it suggests that our individual self is connected to a greater, universal consciousness?
Precisely. It's like individual waves in the ocean that are part of the vast ocean itself. Each wave has its unique form and characteristics, but it's ultimately composed of the same water that makes up the entire ocean.
That's a beautiful analogy. It makes me think of our individuality as a unique expression of the universal consciousness.
Yes, exactly. Recognizing this unity between our individual self, Atma, and the universal consciousness, Brahma, can have profound implications for our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world.
How does this recognition impact our daily lives and interactions with others?
This recognition can foster a deep sense of interconnectedness and oneness with others and the world. It promotes empathy and compassion, as we understand that the experiences and challenges of others are also our own.
So, it encourages a sense of unity and compassion that extends beyond our individual selves.
Precisely. It dissolves the boundaries of ego and separation, leading to a sense of belonging to a greater whole. It's a path toward overcoming fear, anxiety, and the sense of isolation.
This concept of the self being part of a larger whole resonates deeply. How does the Upanishad explain the practical application of this understanding?
Practical application often begins with self-inquiry and self-reflection. It involves contemplating the nature of ourself and recognizing that it's not limited to the body or the mind but extends beyond, merging with the universal consciousness.
So, it's a process of introspection and contemplation to realize this profound unity?
Yes, and it's a journey that can take time and practice. Additionally, engaging in acts of kindness, empathy, and service to others can help reinforce this understanding of interconnectedness.
It sounds like a transformative journey that can lead to a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment.
Absolutely. It can bring about a profound shift in how we perceive ourselves and our place in the world. It's a journey toward realizing our true nature, which is beyond the limitations of the individual self.
Chapter 5: Practical Applications. Kushal, having explored the profound concepts of the Mandukya Upanishad, I'm eager to understand how these teachings can be practically applied in our daily lives.
That's an excellent inquiry. The wisdom of the Upanishad isn't just theoretical, it offers practical guidance for leading a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Here are some practical applications. 1. Meditation. The Upanishad encourages us to meditate on the syllable Om and, by extension, on the nature of consciousness itself. Regular meditation helps us access the state of Turiya, where we experience inner peace and self-realization. Example, by dedicating a few minutes each day to meditation, you can gradually cultivate inner stillness and mindfulness. 2. Self-reflection. The Upanishad invites us to contemplate the interconnectedness of the waking, dream, and deep sleep states. This self-inquiry deepens our understanding of our own consciousness. Example, take moments during your day to reflect on your experiences, emotions, and thoughts. Ask yourself how they are interconnected and what they reveal about your consciousness. 3. Mindfulness. Recognizing the unity of the self, Atma, and the ultimate reality, Brahma, leads to greater mindfulness. It encourages us to live in the present moment, fully engaged with our experiences. For example, practice mindful breathing. Pay close attention to your breath, observing it without judgment. This simple act can ground you in the present and deepen your sense of awareness. 4. Overcoming fear. Understanding that our true self is infinite and unchanging can alleviate fear and anxiety. It helps us realize that we are not confined by our limitations, but are part of a vast, unchanging reality. Like, when facing a challenging situation, remind yourself of the unchanging essence within you. This recognition can provide a sense of strength and resilience. 5. Cultivating compassion. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings promotes empathy and compassion. It fosters a sense of oneness with others and the world. Example, engage in acts of kindness and service to others. By doing so, you actively express the interconnectedness you've come to understand.
Wow, these practical applications provide a roadmap for integrating the teachings of the Mandukya Upanishad into our daily lives. Seeing how these ancient insights can guide us toward a more fulfilling existence is empowering.
That's absolutely correct, Meera. These teachings are not confined to the realm of philosophy, but are meant to be lived and experienced. By applying them in our lives, we can find greater purpose, inner peace, and a harmonious connection with the world around us.
Thank you for this comprehensive exploration of the Mandukya Upanishad and its practical applications. It's been a transformative journey.
The wisdom of the Upanishads has the power to illuminate our path and enrich our lives in profound ways. If you ever wish to delve deeper into any aspect of these teachings or have further questions, feel free to reach out.
I will certainly keep that in mind. Thank you once again, Kushal, for this enlightening conversation.
It's been a pleasure, Meera. May the wisdom of the Mandukya Upanishad continue to inspire and guide you on your journey of self-discovery and inner realization.